Hi YouTube, Runa here. It's been a little bit since I posted a video. Before I get started here, I'd like to say that welcome to everyone who has come to the channel in these past couple of months. Welcome. Thank you for coming and staying and interacting and all that good stuff. I'm trying to get the glare out of my glasses. There we go. Thank you. You're very welcome to be here, and I thank you very much for your interaction and everything else. It means a lot. I'd also like to ask, what would you like to see on my channel? More so. More videos on spirits, more videos on spells, maybe witchcraft, beginning basics and stuff, that kind of thing. What do you want to see? Or basic spells. Just trying to get a feel for what everyone's looking for and branching out, give me some ideas and what you guys want to see. Because, it might be my channel, but I want to make sure I'm making my viewers happy. Okay, so today, as you can see in the topic, I want to talk about past life readings. So, what is a past life reading? So first of all, let's talk about past lives. Now, they are what they, say they are. Past life. We all have them. We all have many of them for most of us. Some of us are new souls. Maybe we don't have a lot, or maybe this is our first incarnation. If so, welcome to the universe. Otherwise, you probably have a lot. And past lives, they carry all sorts of things from generations past to now. As you're watching this, you have been many people, most likely, and animals, and that is an amazing thing. But it can also affect your current incarnation. There are things like karmic debts and unresolved tension and lessons that can be valuable, that can be taken from each of your past lives. And there are ways to tap into this. Now, when I say a past life reading, it's a little bit different than a past life regression. For those of you who don't know what a past life regression is, it is a hypnotic state that someone will put you into a trance and you will channel back your previous incarnations. And you will come through as them. You will live. You'll be able to speak and talk about it and answer questions and everything as who you were. And you will die as that incarnation. They're very, it's the word I'm looking for. Heavy. They're intense. They're very intense. Going through them yourself. Because, think about it. You're dying as each of your lives, and everyone dies differently. Not everyone has the privilege of dying in their sleep. Most of the time, you'll get a lot of lives that have died violently and tragically. But it's valuable to look at these things and to learn from them. And you'll even see different synchronicities that have followed you through your lives up until this point. Now, when I say a reading, the way that my partner and I do it is a bit different than regression. What happens is he channels through your past lives. We get a number from you, and that's about an estimation. So generally we like to do 6 or 7. If you wanted more, then that's fine, but 6 or 7 is pretty comfortable. And we would channel through that many different incarnations. And instead of stopping in between to take notes, I am the one that would interview each of the spirits that are coming through my partner's body. And instead of you going through and living and dying as your past self, he is doing that for you. It is much safer for you in that way, because it is likely that your past life can attach to you in the means of spiritual attachment, and that can be a little painful and worrisome and a bit of a nuisance, depending. And, not everyone's past life is nice. Everyone has different kinds of lives. You might have been a murderer or something. Who knows? Not saying you were, but, I don't know you, and I don't know you back then. I didn't know you then, and I don't know you now. Therefore, who knows? But there are many reasons why they could pass on and why they could stick around. So having us do it for you is a bit safer, actually a lot safer for you in that way, because we're bringing them through and passing them on. So then it is far less likely for them to stay stuck here, and they will leave and find peace. And it is also a pretty vivid experience, because I try my best to take extensive notes when doing these readings. And yes, I have to say this is a bit of an advertising video. Over on the page, the Facebook page I'm always talking about, there is a section on the pinned post, and we might move things around sometime soon, but if you look on the pinned post, we do past life readings, and we work together on them, and you'll be able to see our listing there, and you'll be able to book one with us. And what you would receive in that means is a detailed description of each of the past lives. You will get everything that I take down in my notes, typed down in an email for you. And it is all very extensive, all very detailed. And we sit down and we take the time to do all of this for you, so you don't have to worry about the pain and being unsafe. It's a rewarding experience, and it's fun to see who we were in a past life, I think. Very interesting, especially when things tend to line up. And I've been a couple different things myself that I didn't expect. So I would definitely recommend trying it. And hey, if you have questions about something that's going on in your current life, or you're struggling with something, this can actually help you a lot. Because one thing that we make sure to do is we will ask, do you have a message that you'd like to pass on when we talk to each of the incarnations? Well, when I do. Now we do them together. He used to do them alone, but now that I'm here, I do them with him. And it's actually a lot easier to do it together. But we will always ask, do you have a message you'd like to pass on? And that advice, most of the time, is tailored to the person that is incarnated currently. Sometimes it is a general thing, and actually sometimes it can be pretty funny. Everyone has a sense of humor and a personality. Some of them have more personality than others. I know there was one for a client that came through as a very, very vivid Confederate soldier. And he was like sitting down in a bar talking to somebody. It was amazing. He was funny. He was pleasant and charming. And don't give me shit because he was a Confederate soldier, okay? Southern charm. And, we weren't talking about race or anything like that. So don't give me that shit here, okay? Anyway. Then some of them are actually really quiet opposed to that. But every spirit's different. And it's a rewarding experience. So I would recommend doing that, especially if you have questions or need guidance in your life. And you can figure out where tensions lie. And maybe that can help you. I know when I had my past life reading done, several of those seemed to call me out. And they called me out on my bullshit. And actually, when I did one with him for one of my cousins, every single one that he had done, and I was reading them off to him, reading the notes to him, he's like, I really feel called out. Every single one. Because he really needed all this advice. It is a rewarding experience, and I would definitely recommend getting one done. They're not horridly expensive compared to some others that I've seen out there, but they're still worth it regardless. We do them for $60 a person. That's a baseline. I believe the baseline is 6 lives. And if you want more, we add $10 for every, I think it's $10. I have to look. $10, is it $5 or $10? I think it's $10 for every subsequent life. And it's been a while since I wrote that listing. So, it is that, and then we keep adding for each life, and that will give you your total. But either way, you can have up to 6 lives for $60 and so forth. And we will give you all of the things that I already listed, the notes and everything else. You can also have one done for your pet for a slightly lower price as well. Because if we can be animals, they can be humans. And it's an interesting thing. I've had one done for my cat. He was a lot of interesting individuals. And it makes sense as to why he is the way he is now. And it's been interesting to see how his behavior actually changed after we did the past life regression or past life reading for him. Because he was always a sweetheart, but he got really, really affectionate after we did that, like immediately after, like extra affectionate. And he was always protective and intuitive. So that has doubled at least ever since. So this stuff can really open you up to a lot of new things. And I just wanted to take a moment to actually, I guess, shameless plug here, but actually put it out there. I was talking to one of my friends about it earlier, and I'm like, you know what? I've been thinking about making this video, so I should. Why not? But head on over to the page if you're looking for those kind of services or others. There's other things on the page too if you want us to do things. And we'd love to see you there. We're trying to expand and get more things together and more interaction. And speaking of pages, I've been thinking of making one for myself, just for me, and the Black Flame Cauldron and everything. If you like that idea, let me know, and I will. So, any questions, comments, concerns, either hit me up down below or hit me up on the page. I hope to see you there. And have a lovely day, and stay blessed.